now we're about to leave for our Namibia tour. Trevor's arrived up from PE. So how's it, Trev? Introduce yourself.
How's
Hey,
it?
Trev. He's
Ready for the
trip. And there's the bikes all set up. We're about to pick up the times just after 5 o'clock in the morning. We're just having a cup of tea and coffee, and then we're going to get on the road. So we'll check your houses now. Right, we have just stopped in to top up Trev's bike with a bit of fuel, and it's just about sunrise. Morning, guys. Sorry, is there someone to fill us that side there?
Yeah.
Please, thank you. Sit around and wait. Very often the case, but anyway, that's why we love our country. You've got to have patience in this country. It's heavy. I should have left the kitchen sink behind. She wants to. I've got so much weight on you. I think I'm crazy, but anyway, as I said, I was gonna but just take everything in the kitchen sink, as I mentioned, and I just want to tell you exactly what not to take when you do go on an adventure ride again. And I'm pretty much certain I should have just gone with one bag, and that's it. I just got that feeling. I'm sure the most experienced blokes would tell you the same. We're on the main N2 at the moment, heading towards Kokstad, but in a kilometre or two we're going to turn off to the right and start heading up on the back road to Akopa. The weight is so heavy that she actually wants to pop a wheelie. Now I mentioned too that I'd like to give the bike a name. I think I'm going to have a good couple of days on it before I can probably give it a name. The old GS1200, I want to give it a name. So once we become one over the next day or two, I'm going to check if I can come up with a good one. What a lovely sunrise this morning. I tell you, the weather is absolutely tops. This route that we're taking on the first leg over here, I just absolutely love this little route. Mr. Downs, if you're watching, I think you'll agree. It's one of the routes you've taken me on previously, and I love this route. I've taken it a couple of times already, heading up to Underberg and Heimeville. I must say now the bike is in motion. I'm not feeling the weight so much that I've loaded up with, but I certainly am feeling it when I come to a stop. River that we're about to cross now, you might see a bit of it in the distance there. This is the Mzimkhulu River, but look at that lovely view over there. Oh, what a great river. Nice for a bit of fishing as well if you've got a little boat. We've done that many times in our years gone by in the youth. Starting to feel pleased that somebody did join me on the trip as it stood from about 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was nobody coming with me. I'm really blessed and pleased that Trev came with, because it's going to be lovely just to have that bit of support if you drop the bike or get into a sticky position or even a breakdown, a punch or anything. I'll get good to have the company. Thanks, Trev. I appreciate it. And coming such a long way away as well, just really appreciate it. Just remember to keep an eye on Trevor behind us. He's on an older 2008 Honda Veradero 1000cc. Quite certain quite reliable bikes as well. Hondas have always been a good bike for reliability. So we're looking forward to a trouble-free trip. I'm more worried about the GS than the old Honda. But anyway, hey boy, you better behave yourself. So today marks the first about 500 or 600 kilometers of our journey. We're approximately 6,000 k's, or I think it'll probably end up being closer to 7,000 once we've taken a couple of detours. What a stunning sunrise. Yay, man. Here's my mate's favourite store. Hey, Pat. Somebody's hit him head on. Oh, and there's the car that hit him head on, the Land Cruiser. Just want to miss all the glass on the road here. Don't feel like that in the tyres. Shame, man. And they're from a long way away. They're from Australia. Sorry, guys. Right, this looks like a good spot to stop ahead. We've been going for about 2 hours now. Lovely, like a place to stretch our legs here. Lovely stuff. Are you good, Trev? A lovely road, eh? Beautiful. Are you alright?
Yeah, getting on for this ship.
Right, we are at the Midmar Dam now. We've just arrived here, so we're making some good time. Midmar Dam is a popular camping spot for the boaters and fishermen as well, and the yachtsmen. We are about to pass the Mandela's capture site in this area. When he was captured, put into prison on Robben Island, this was the area he was captured. There's the signage for it. Well, isn't that a sight to see? A train. That's something we don't usually see every day anymore. Certainly not in operation in South Africa. Very, very few trains left. Take a quick stop here. This looks a bit interesting. I like old stuff, so yeah, this is my kind of place. What do they got here? Yeah, got old cars here. This is my kind of style. Right, that was a lekker little pit stop here, just for a quick snack and a cup of tea. We're going to get on our bicycle again and get moving. Don't have too much further to travel for the day, but we're going to stop in at just a couple of view sites on the way. A lovely little waterfall here. Let's have a look. What a lovely scenic little route this is. Always love how clear the water is up in these regions. This is not as clear as we're going to see it up in the Drakensberg, but the water is fairly clean over here. A funny little fruit over there, not sure if it's edible. Looks poisonous. Nobody's eating it. I think old Trev's got the right idea here with the luggage. Hardly got anything with him. I've gone a bit overboard. Yeah. I'm suffering the consequences for it around the corners. With the weight. Right, let's get moving on. Hey, listen to that growl of that Honda. Listen to it. Sounds like he means business. There we go, Rawdon's Farm, part of the Notties group. That's the Nottingham Company Brewery. Another brewery on the left here. Looks as though the same company, Rawdon's. We can and hit it off to the left here to Rosetta now. Quite a popular weekend joint this, by the looks of things. Hey, another old jammy at a fuel pump. Nice, like to see that sort of thing. I just love old stuff. Old stuff and antiques. Sony Pass not too far, about 102 k's from here. That's where I'm going to take the Honda Africa Twin. I'm going to have to find a name for the Africa Twin as well. Still considering a name for this one, for the GS. I've got something in mind so far, but I'm not going to mention it too early. I want to see if it fits the bill first before I label it as what I think it's going to be. Old Andy, an old Andy. Hey, looks similar to my old Herald in the garage. I'm really finding the GS comfy today. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just really feeling comfy today. Also, I'm not in a rush today. The both of us are not in a rush today. We're happy to stop often. That kind of breaks the trip a little bit. A lot of guys want to get to their destination in a hurry, sit down, relax, and we just want to enjoy the ride, and we just want to take a bit of time to get there as well. After all, we're not in any endurance race over here. We're just here to ride and enjoy the scenery. Capture some experiences that are never going to be forgotten. Unless you get Alzheimer's, of course. Well, then you're buggered. So I'd say we're averaging about 20 to 22 k's to a litre on the GS. Not too bad for a big clunky boxer. Unless you compare it to one of the modern little cars that are doing bloody 30 k's to a litre or something like that. Well, then the GS is not doing so well. But I'm quite happy with the fuel consumption so far. Lovely bit of accommodation on the left-hand side over here. I've stayed there before on a trip. Nice, neat and tidy and inexpensive. I think it's called Riverside Lodge. Lovely there. Very basic but lovely. My son and myself got caught in one hang of a hailstorm on the stretch between that lodge and the Moy River area. A storm just came out of nowhere, boy, and it pommeled us. We both looked like we'd been to a bit of a paintball war. We had bruises all over the show from the digging stuff, and we just couldn't get out of it. Couldn't find shelter. It just came down too hard, along with about 200 millimeters of rain at the same time. So that was fun. Let's hope old Trev enjoyed his ride. Just by the way, this sort of bike trip that we're doing, this round trip, trying to make it as budget friendly as possible. We're not fussy about staying in the most fancy accommodation. We have got tents with us and are prepared to tent if necessary, although that's going to be a last resort. We are going to try and stay in a little chalet or something like that, or backpackers or anything like that, but something inexpensive. So we're going to try and keep our trip to hopefully about $1,000 a day. I'm hoping. $1,000, give or take a couple of bucks here or there, and that includes our fuel, food, all that sort of thing as well. So I think that's quite a reasonable amount, including accommodation. I have a feeling it may come under that spend a day, but that's what I've sort of given as a budget for the day, $1,000 a day, and so far today we're way under that. with our accommodation together. When I say a grand a day, I mean a grand each a day. So far we're way under that marker so far. So that'll be our fuel, accommodation and our food. Just want to watch our mileage that we are travelling today, because Trev's got about a range of about 400 k's. So we've done just a couple more k's than 300 so far today. Sorry, 274 k's we've done so far since leaving home. So we've got about 100 odd k's left, so we're going to have to fill up before we enter the Drakensberg, for his sake, because there are no more filling stations right the way past up until Harrismith. There's nothing really much en route to be able to fill up. We're not going to be in a rush tomorrow. We're fairly close to our day's stop already today. We're around about 200 k's away from there so far. So with the load on the GS today, unfortunately I don't think I'm going to get my 800 k's on a tank full plus. I think I'm going to end up getting about between 500 and 700 is about my estimated fuel range today. Just arriving in Moiriva now. Rather a rundown town this. Right, I think from here we're going to catch a little bit of the highway, because the other road is pretty rough. I travelled on it recently. So we're going to just backtrack a little bit back onto this highway here, and then catch a couple of k's of the highway. This road between here and Escort does get quite bad. I travelled it recently, and I don't feel like bending a rim or something like that in a pothole so early in the trip. I suppose being alloy, they're just very soft. You'd think for an adventure bike they'd make it quite strong and sturdy, and that wouldn't happen. Not sure the reasoning behind that. You'd think the adventure bike can take a hell of a punch or a knock, but I'm afraid on the sharp edge of a pothole, you've got no chance, I'm afraid. Get tired of listening to that growl of the engine, the boxer engine. It's lovely, man. We're coming up on a place called Dragon Peaks in the Central Berg now. Soon after the Dragon Peaks we're going to come on to the Cathedral Peak and the amphitheatre. I think the tarred road may change over to a bit of dust soon, if I remember correctly. Now we're going on to the stuff that we really want to see, a bit of dust and dirt. Yeah, that's more like it. I'm going to just pull over now shortly and let Trev have a good look and take a pic. We are fairly close to our destination now. We're only about probably an hour or two's ride away from our final destination. Hopefully Trev's bike's handling this okay. I'm sure it is, because it is a dual sport bike. I think this is going to be as good a spot as any to stop. Just got to find a bit of level area. Don't feel like tumbling over with the weight of the GS now. These are what the farmers are using to store their feed in for the winter months. Right, let's park off here and let Trev take a pic. How's your bum sore? So we're in a place called Dragon Peaks now, in the Drakensberg.
Oh, is this part of the Drakensberg?
This is Drakensberg, yeah, the whole way around. We've basically followed it all the way around from about an hour from home that we went inland.
Yeah.
We followed the Drakensberg now all the way around.
Where did this actually bring me to? I don't know. Listen to it.
Do you feel?
To Brett and Susan.
Do you feel lost?
No, I'm never lost. For me, this is a holiday.
No.
This is like a tour for me. You mustn't know where I'm going to. And we never used to plan most of myself. We just rode. What the West Coast also. We just rode.
Yeah.
We got the night we slept there.
Awesome.
Right?
All right.
This is like.
Let's get back. This is not such a long stretch on the dirt though. We're back onto the tar soon. This is just the first day. I can't wait to get to Namibia. Actually, I can wait, because the sooner we get to Namibia, the sooner the ride's over. So, yeah, just leisurely pace is all I want to do this at. I reckon a 500-600k a day on the type of roads that we've been on today, of course. Even this is not too bad. I think on the bit of rough in Namibia, I'm expecting to travel on dust and sand. I would imagine that would take a bit longer. But some of the days in Namibia we've planned to do only about 300 k's a day, so I think that's being fair. What we lose in a day in Namibia, we're going to gain that back when we get back into South Africa. We will up our mileages during the day there to about 700 a day, just for 2 days or so to catch up again. Looks like a good old landy coming up in the distance there. I've got a slight soft spot for the landies. I recently had my front shock done up by Blinkings up in Johannesburg. His GS's, even my older model, had a leaky front shock in no time, and this one, after having it just for a couple of months, started to leak. I believe it's a common problem on them, but Blinkings up in Johannesburg repaired this one of mine. Really gave the bike a whole different feel on the rough. Improved the ride quality tenfold. Really do recommend Blinkings up in Johannesburg. You can Google him, and the bloke is very helpful, and he sure knows what he's doing when it comes to shocks, particularly for GS. He only deals with the GS models, front and back shocks, and he is brilliant at fixing them up as far as I'm concerned. I've had no trouble with this one since then, and I've done some really hard off-roading actually in the same area here, a bit closer up to the mountains. We've done a bit of, my son and myself did a bit of technical enduro on the GS actually, and it just handled so well. Also with quite a heavy load, we had quite a bit of luggage on us as well, and it was just fabulous. So this will be the infamous amphitheatre I spoke of a little earlier. That whole area there is the amphitheatre in the Drakensberg. Beautiful, beautiful, scenic, very scenic. We're going to just take a short detour over here before we go up one of the passes. Just to go past Drakensville, which is quite a nice little spot. It's a lovely place to come and camp, and also just to come and stay. Rent rooms out very cheap. It's called the RT Café Drakensville. Excellent family holiday at this place. If you can come up here, it is wonderful to stay at. I don't think you have to be a member to stay here. We've stayed here previously. We're not members of the RT Café. So our rates are slightly higher to stay at not being a member, but so reasonable that it's really insignificant, that high rate. pretty around these areas. I mean, the winters here in the brush is very dry, but it's still pleasing on the eye. There we can see the amphitheatre beautifully now in the background. Looking straight into the dam wall that supplies the area with water right over there. Lovely sight from the top as well. Right, we are currently going up the pass. Our final little leg just before we stop over for the evening. But it's a little pass between Sterkfontein Dam and Bergville. This little piece and this little stretch here is beautiful to come up. Coming down is even better. Look at that, hello baboons. How are you guys? Oh, it sounds like they're having a barney. Hey, there's quite a few. Awesome. They seem to be feeding at the side of the road. I suppose the trucks that come past and drop a bit of maize meal or a bit of maize, they're probably picking that up and eating it. What a lekker feeling around these bends over here, eh? Listen to that GS. We're at the top. And we'll have a quick pit stop over here. Let's just slow down and wait for Trev to catch up. We're going to just have a quick squiz at the view here. There he comes. I hear the Honda coming up. There he comes. Lekker, man. Oopsie, nearly fell over there. How's the legs, Trev? Hey? Don't even ask. Are they taking strain?
But I'm going.
Well, there's not too much further. We've got about another 10 or 15 k's and then we're at our chalet tonight. Okay. But have a look at this view. This view is absolutely awesome. Look at that. That was the little dam wall that I showed you a little earlier. You can see it from up here. That's the pass we've come up. You can see all the peaks at the top there. You've got a bit of snow on the cap still. And but what a lovely little pass to come up, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kill switch. Don't give us a heart failure now. You got your gloves? Nearly thought the Honda was going to give us a problem there, but the kill switch was on. Yes, like my heart sank. Thought surely it can't be, not a Honda. Right. Let's go and have a cuppa. Right, we just stopped in at the border post here just for a cup of coffee. And now we're going to continue. This is one of my favourite. I've said that about 7 times already. This is my favourite, but they're all my favourites just to ride past the Sterkfontein Dam. It's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Also majorly picturesque. And we've got a great day to do it on as well. Lovely sunny day. But the sun's falling fast. It's not too late now. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's around about the time that I expected to get to our destination after each day's ride. And I thought we may be a bit longer today to get here, but we haven't raced to get here. And we've done quite well on time. But But we haven't made too many stops, I think is what's made the difference today. And the GS today has been behaving beautifully. There, we can just start seeing the dam. Can't quite yet see the magnitude of it, but we're about to on top of the hill here. And there it is, Sterkfontein Dam. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hope the GS stands. Put it in gear. It's got a very good habit of underweight falling off the stand. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, that's it, guys. Sterkfontein Dam. What a way to end the day today with this lovely view. You ready to sit down and relax now? Get an idea of how big Sterkfontein Dam is once we drive past the end of it, or the start of it, whichever, depends which side you're coming from. But it stretches a good couple of k's ahead on this road. I think old Trev's looking forward to a bit of rest. I think yesterday's caught up with him. He did about a 900 kilometre stint yesterday from Port Elizabeth up to my place, and I think he's feeling tired today. What a lovely sight to end the day. What a lovely sight. It looks like it. Grace Valley. Right, he's asked us to come over the cattle grid. Just to be careful not to go through a big ditch here somewhere. So we make it over here alright. Don't land in the hole there. Don't let Trev land in the hole. There we go. The owner did warn us about that big hut there in the cattle grid. Lovely stuff. Beautiful farm, but I think very cold here in the winter months. Oops, he's warned us about a hole here too, I think. Hoping we're at the right entrance. It looks that way. Right, looks as though we have arrived. Yeah, you old noisy bugger. Good day, how are you? I'm guessing we came to the right place.
It's not the right place, we'll just take it as the right place.
Yes, right place. Dr. Steve.
How are you? How are you? Brett is my name. How are you? Good day. Pleased to meet you. Arthur.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
So you were expecting us, were you?
Ik kan Afrikaans praten. Mooi Engels niet.
Nee, that's fine. Jy kan maar Afrikaans praat as jy wil.
Ik praat een beetje die Afrikaans.
Praat jy Afrikaans?
So ons
Jy hoor dat Julius my maar hoor.
So ons vra is ons op die regte plek dan.
Ja, het is die rechte plek.
Mooi man.
Je kan alles kijken. Je kan doen wat je wil.
Baie dankie.
Je wil maak die braai.
Ons wil net weet, het julle braaihout hierso vir ons?
Yes.
Ag, awesome, want ons kan nie nou saambring op die bike so.
Vlees ook.
Nee.
Jy vergeet net.
Ja, nee, ons het die vleis daarom, don't worry.
Nee, ons het die plek daar. Ik kan hem oopmaak vir julle hierso voor.
Dankie.
Net julle wil gaan maak die braai dan maar. Net julle is hierso, asseblief julle kan sluit vir julle self.
Awesome.
Hierso die voetjies.
En ons moet daar agter parkeer, is dit alright?
Ja, het is
Daar
niet
agter
die
is
probleem, net julle pak julle.
En is veilig daarso, né?
Ja, nee, het is baie veilig, ons sal hem toemaak die hekkie.
Okay.
Die sleutels is bly by die basstelle.
Ons sal dit waardeer man. Baie dankie Arthur.
Ze bly hierso by julle.
Cool, awesome.
Die hek is van julle.
Ai, dis groot, né?
Julle slaap.
Ons het net 2 beddens nodig. Nie die hele huisie.
Ons dogter huisie kom saam met die vrou.
So she's just explaining to us about what's going on here and where we sleep in and whatever is. But our little place looks awesome. Oh man. This is our pad for the evening. Yeah, that looks great, man. Hey Trev, you're going to sleep well, yeah, eh? What a lovely little spot this is, man. Cool. Oh, there goes supper. We'll have a steak tonight we brought with. Hey chickens, you're lucky we brought steak tonight. Right, so this is our lekker pad for the evening. We've got some nice braai wood there for tonight. That's going to be awesome for our braai. Hey, they got a little bit of a nursery there. Look at that. I feel right at home. A couple of moo cows in the background as well. And a couple of quackers, look at that. And there's our little pad over there. Pretty awesome. What a nice, quaint little place to stay in. Thanks Grace Valley Farm Retreat. This is awesome. And pretty reasonably priced as well. Lovely, man. So we're gonna just get out all our meat and give it a defrosting because I froze it up last night just to keep it on the road today. And then we're gonna settle in and just enjoy.